In today's video, Barcelona fans reward Lionel Messi. Messi and Ronaldo take their rivalry to the 2026 World Cup. Inter Miami considers signing Neymar to play alongside Messi after the World Cup. Surprises about Messi and the 2026 Ballon d'Or. And before we begin, don't forget to share your opinion in the comments. Could Messi win the 9th Ballon d'Or of his career? And if you're a fan of this beautiful sport, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit like and share. Barcelona fans reward Lionel Messi. Fans of the Spanish club Barcelona made sure to reward the Argentine star Lionel Messi, a legend of the Catalan team who left the club in 2021 after his contract ended. Messi moved to Paris Saint-Germain in the summer of 2021 before heading to the US League after his contract with the French giant ended in 2023. The experienced Argentine star wears the captain's armband for Inter Miami in the United States and recently renewed his contract with the team until the end of 2027. The match between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid in the Spanish League on Tuesday night was marked by resounding cheers for Lionel Messi's name in the 10th minute. Fans of the Catalan team decided to commemorate the memory of Messi, a club legend, by chanting his name in the 10th minute, the same number he wore on his jersey at Barcelona. Messi had recently visited the Spotify Camp Nou stadium, just days before Barcelona returned to play matches there again in an event that generated major fan interaction. Among the club's supporters, Joan Laporta, Barcelona's president, announced his desire to erect a statue in honor of the Argentine star at Camp Nou. Barcelona secured an exciting 3-1 victory over Atletico Madrid in the Spanish League, consolidating their lead with 37 points under the direction of German coach Javier Flick. Messi and Ronaldo take their rivalry to the 2026 World Cup. What is their World Cup history? In 2015, two adjacent transparent bins in London became the setting for a silent but intense debate, where smokers tossed their cigarette butts to answer a burning question. Who is the best footballer in the world, the flea Lionel Messi or Commander Cristiano Ronaldo? The campaign was meant to encourage people to use the bins to dispose of cigarette butts, and the greatest football rivalry of the 21st century proved to be an effective way to achieve that. A decade later, the controversy remains alive as both approach becoming the first players to compete in 6 World Cups. Both Ronaldo and Messi have scored more than 800 goals with clubs and national teams combined, and together have won 9 Champions League titles and 13 Ballon d'Or awards. Messi fans argue that his coronation with Argentina in the 2022 World Cup places him at the top, but Ronaldo supporters cite his titles in Europe's major leagues and his 954 goals. 143 of them with his national team, in addition to being the player with the most international appearances, with 226 matches for Portugal. Ronaldo, 41, and Messi, 39, will be in the tournament that will take place next year in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and it will be the last for both. 2006 World Cup. Ronaldo was 21 and Messi almost 19 when they became the youngest goal scorers for their countries in the World Cup during their first appearance in the tournament in Germany. Messi did not play in the quarterfinals when Argentina lost to the host nation on penalties. The next day, Ronaldo scored the decisive penalty against England before facing disappointment in the semifinals with Portugal's loss to France. 2010 World Cup. Ronaldo, Portugal's captain, scored only 1 goal in the South Africa World Cup before Portugal fell to Spain, who would later be crowned champions in the round of 16. Messi, who failed to score in the tournament after Germany eliminated Argentina for the second consecutive time, faced harsh criticism in his country, where fans accused him of caring more about Barcelona than the national team. 2014 World Cup. Portugal had a performance to forget, as Ronaldo, who risked his career playing with a knee injury, scored only 1 goal before being eliminated in the group stage. Messi, who became Argentina's captain, shined and scored in every match of the group stage, winning 4 consecutive Man of the Match awards. However, Argentina lost the final to Germany, and the Golden Ball for Best Player of the tournament did not comfort Messi, who was seen crying at the end of the match. Over the next 2 years, Argentina lost the Copa America final and the Copa America Centenario final, both to Chile on penalties. Messi announced his international retirement, devastated, but later reversed his decision. 2018 World Cup. Argentina and Portugal were eliminated in the round of 16. Messi scored only 1 goal in the group stage before losing to France. Ronaldo, who had won the European Championship 2 years earlier, scored a hat-trick in the opening match against Spain, 3-3. However, he missed a penalty against Iran before Portugal fell to Uruguay in the second round. The following year, Ronaldo helped Portugal win its first Nations League title, scoring a hat-trick in the semi-finals, 2022 World Cup. Portugal had a solid performance, but not thanks to Ronaldo, who remained on the bench during the knockout stages before losing in the quarterfinals. Messi shined from beginning to end. He became the first player to score in all phases of a World Cup, with 7 goals between the group stage and the final, scoring twice against France in the decisive match and taking the first penalty in the shootout that ended 4-2 in favor of Argentina. Finally, Messi sat alongside Diego Maradona in the hearts of Argentine fans for many reasons. The 2022 tournament seemed like the end of the World Cup road for both stars, but it appears they are preparing for one last attempt. Inter Miami considers signing Neymar to play alongside Messi after the World Cup. Press reports reveal that the American club Inter Miami is considering signing the Brazilian star Neymar, with the goal of reuniting him with his former Barcelona teammate Lionel Messi. However, the club does not intend to finalize the signing before the World Cup, and prefers to first prioritize signing a traditional striker and a defender during the next transfer window. Neymar, who currently plays for Santos, is experiencing a complicated season due to injuries and is looking to recover his best level before the 2026 World Cup. His contract with the Brazilian club ends in late December, leaving his future open to all possibilities. Although Fabrizio Romano previously described Neymar as a name to watch in the January transfer market, the newspaper Sport confirmed that Inter Miami ruled out signing him before the World Cup, citing the great media appeal of seeing him play again alongside Messi and Luis Suarez. However, they added that the sporting management prefers to concentrate first on other priorities. Neymar's future with Santos will depend on the club's position in the league, as the team is seeking to avoid relegation after a series of 4 matches without losing. If the club manages to stay up, the player's contract could be extended 6 more months until the World Cup, allowing him the opportunity afterward to move to Inter Miami and reunite again with the former Barcelona stars at the American club. Surprise about Messi and the 2026 Ballon d'Or. Day by day, the wave of news grows claiming that the Argentine star Lionel Messi is closer than ever to entering the race for the 2026 Ballon d'Or with unprecedented strength, in a competition that could be full of drama and history, and perhaps lead to the ending dreamed of by millions around the world. Today, the football world is living in a state of anticipation, as if something big is about to happen, especially after reports indicating that Messi, despite his many years on the field, is delivering in 2025 one of his best seasons in terms of impact, prominence, and effectiveness. During 2025, Messi did not limit himself to participating in playmaking or adding his usual creative touch. Instead, he produced impressive numbers that place him at the top of the list of the world's greatest offensive contributors, with an astonishing total of 72 goal contributions between goals and assists. This number was matched only by Kylian Mbappé, who closed the year with 68 contributions, followed by Harry Kane with 62 and Haaland with 57. Here, the language of numbers is no longer just a comparison, but a global certificate that Messi, even at nearly 38 years old, remains at the top and continues to build bridges of creativity between the past and the present, leading the statistics as if he were still in his 20s. With each statistical achievement, the conversation about his chances of winning the next Ballon d'Or grows. European newspapers speak of a legendary comeback, a historic project, and a run that could end with an unprecedented scenario, while sports programs in South America analyze every move of the player, considering that the path toward his 13th Ballon d'Or is open and that all eyes are now on the 2026 World Cup, an event that could be decisive in this great competition. His achievements in the U.S. League have not gone unnoticed. Messi managed to lead Inter Miami to an unprecedented stage in the club's history, reaching the MLS playoffs final for the first time ever. This achievement was not accidental, but the result of a series of dazzling performances by Messi and his success in transforming Inter Miami from a team searching for competitiveness into a club that imposes its presence on the American scene. The victory over New York City was a clear message to the world. Messi can change the identity of any team that wears his jersey, and his influence goes beyond numbers, reaching the spirit, mentality, and culture of the team on the field. This transformation led many international media outlets to ask, if Messi can achieve such impact in the U.S. League and in global statistics, what would the scene look like if he leads Argentina to the 2026 World Cup title? The question is no longer hypothetical, but has become the center of debate among major analysts in Europe and Latin America alike. Some believe that winning the next World Cup would make the 2026 Ballon d'Or practically awarded to him even before voting ends, arguing that adding a World Cup title and record goal numbers in the same year would be an unprecedented achievement in football history. Others believe that simply reaching the final stages of the World Cup with a solid performance would make him the main candidate, especially in the absence of competitors showing the same level of influence on their national teams. Mbappé still faces difficulties with the French national team since the 2022 final. Haaland is still seeking to make an international impact with Norway. Meanwhile, Messi remains the only player who combines individual impact with potential collective achievements at both club and national team levels. Messi's supporters also rely on another key factor. In recent years, the Ballon d'Or has begun to consider the global impact of the player, not just the number of goals. Here, Messi excels overwhelmingly. He is not just a goal scorer or a playmaker, but a leader and an inspiration, capable of turning big matches into historic moments. Watching Messi on the field today conveys that he is still at the peak of his maturity and that his ability to read games is greater than ever, multiplying his influence compared to other great players. Some international publications conclude their reports with a phrase that has been repeated a lot in recent days. If Messi wins the 2026 World Cup, the award will be more of a historical recognition than just an individual race. If this scenario materializes, the world may witness a moment perhaps unrepeatable in football history. Messi at 38, lifting the Ballon d'Or again, adding a new chapter to a series of achievements unmatched in sports history. Between reality and expectations, one thing is certain. The year 2025 has consolidated Messi as the undisputed candidate, and the 2026 World Cup could be the gateway that grants him the greatest possible ending to the brightest career in football history.